Hello everyone. Today I want to share my incredible life story, the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. Many still debate whether I was a hero who brought freedom and modern laws to Europe or a villain and power-hungry dictator. Join me as I take you through my journey from beginning to end. I was born on August 15, 1769, on the beautiful island of Corsica, just 1 year after France purchased it from Genoa. My father first fought for Corsican independence, but later decided to support the French. This created a deep conflict within me from a young age. I grew up admiring freedom fighters like Pasquale Paoli. When I was sent to military school in mainland France, life was tough. The other students bullied me because of my strong Corsican accent and my short height. But I worked extremely hard. I excelled in mathematics, history, and geography. I read books by great Enlightenment thinkers like Rousseau, and I dreamed of becoming like Alexander the Great or Julius Caesar. My determination paid off. I graduated and quickly rose through the ranks of the military during the tumultuous times of the French Revolution. I became a general at just 24, leading troops with strategic brilliance. My campaigns across Europe were marked by innovative tactics and bold decisions. I sought to spread revolutionary ideals, establishing the Napoleonic Code, which reformed legal systems and promoted equality. Yet, my ambition led to conflicts. I crowned myself emperor in 1804, a move that shocked many. My desire for expansion brought glory but also devastation. The Russian campaign in 1812 was a turning point, leading to my downfall. I faced defeat, and in 1815, I returned from exile only to be defeated at Waterloo. My life was a tapestry of triumphs and failures, a reflection of the complexities of power. I died on May 5, 1821, on the remote island of St. Helena. My legacy continues to spark debate. Was I a hero or a tyrant? The answer lies in the eyes of history. Thank you for listening to my story. When the French Revolution ignited in 1789, I stood firmly with the revolutionaries. My pivotal moment arrived in 1793 during the Siege of Toulon. At just 24 years old, I employed innovative artillery tactics that led to a decisive victory over British and Royalist forces. This triumph catapulted me to the rank of brigadier general overnight. In 1795, I once again stepped up to defend the French government, this time against a Royalist uprising in Paris. I ordered cannons to be fired upon the insurgents, effectively quelling the rebellion. The people began to see me as a hero. By the age of 27, I was entrusted with the command of the Army of Italy. My troops were poorly equipped and demoralized, but I knew I had to inspire them. I delivered powerful speeches that reignited their fighting spirit. Together, we achieved remarkable victories against the Austrians, most notably at the Battle of Arcole in 1796. My leadership transformed a struggling army into a formidable force. We marched with determination, overcoming obstacles and defying the odds. Each victory strengthened my resolve and solidified my reputation as a military leader. The challenges we faced only fueled our ambition. We fought not just for territory, but for the ideals of the revolution. The spirit of liberty and equality drove us forward. As we celebrated our victories, I knew that our efforts were shaping the future of France. The revolution was not just a moment in history. It was a movement that inspired generations. My journey was just beginning, and I was ready to lead my country into a new era. In 1798, I embarked on a monumental expedition to Egypt, leading an army of 40,000 troops accompanied by 160 brilliant scientists. My forces achieved a stunning victory at the Battle of the Pyramids, a triumph that resonated throughout Europe. However, my success was short-lived as the British Navy dealt a devastating blow, destroying my fleet at the Battle of the Nile. Despite these military setbacks, I returned to France, hailed as a hero, thanks to my strategic use of propaganda. The people viewed me as their savior amidst the chaos that engulfed the nation. At that time, France was in turmoil. In 1799, seizing the moment, I orchestrated a coup d'état and became the first consul. My leadership swiftly restored order and stability, earning the trust of the populace. By 1804, I took a monumental step, crowning myself Emperor of the French in the Grand Notre Dame Cathedral. In a bold act of defiance, I took the crown from the hands of the Pope, symbolizing my authority and independence. As emperor, I introduced the Napoleonic Code in 1804, a landmark achievement that transformed the legal landscape of France. This code established equality before the law for men, abolished feudal privileges, and championed secularism. It was a progressive framework that laid the foundation for modern legal systems. Beyond legal reforms, I established the Bank of France, which stabilized the economy and facilitated trade. I recognized the importance of education in shaping a prosperous society. Thus, I implemented a modern education system that emphasized merit and accessibility. I also prioritized infrastructure development, overseeing the construction of better roads and canals, which enhanced connectivity across the nation. In Paris, I worked tirelessly to improve the water supply, ensuring that the citizens had access to clean and safe drinking water. My vision extended beyond France. I spread these modern ideas and reforms across the territories I conquered, influencing the course of history in Europe. My reign was marked by ambition and a relentless pursuit of progress, as I sought to create a legacy that would endure for generations to come. Through my leadership, I aim to transform not only France, but also the very fabric of society, instilling principles of equality, education, and modern governance. As I reflect on my journey, I see the challenges I faced and the victories I achieved. My story is one of resilience, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to the ideals of the revolution. I sought to build a new world, one where the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity could flourish. My legacy is a testament to the power of determination and vision, shaping the future of France and beyond. Militarily, I was unstoppable for many years. I defeated one coalition after another, bringing nationalism and liberal reforms to Italy, Germany, and other parts of Europe. I ended serfdom and feudal systems wherever I went. Many people welcomed me as a liberator, seeing hope in my vision for a united Europe. However, my journey was not without serious mistakes. I reintroduced slavery in the French colonies, a cruel reversal of the Revolution's achievements. My rule became increasingly authoritarian. I censored newspapers and employed heavy propaganda to manipulate public opinion. My continental system, designed to economically cripple Britain, inflicted great suffering on ordinary people across Europe, leading to widespread discontent. My most catastrophic blunder occurred in 1812 when I invaded Russia with the largest army Europe had ever seen. Initially, we occupied Moscow, but the harsh Russian winter and their scorched earth tactics decimated my grand army. Hundreds of thousands of my soldiers never returned home, marking a turning point in my reign and a lesson in the perils of overreach. In 1813, the Sixth Coalition dealt me a crushing blow at the Battle of Leipzig. Defeated, I was forced to abdicate and sent into exile on the small island of Elba in 1814. But my story didn't end there. In 1815, I orchestrated one of history's most remarkable escapes. I returned to France, rallied my loyal soldiers, and reclaimed power for what became known as the 100 Days. However, this resurgence was short-lived. In June 1815, the Battle of Waterloo became my final stand. The British forces under the Duke of Wellington and the Prussians led by Blücher united against me, ultimately leading to my defeat. Following this, I was exiled once again, this time to the remote island of St. Helena, where I spent my remaining years until my death in 1821. So, after all that I accomplished and endured, was I a hero or a villain? I believe I embodied both. I was a military genius who transformed France, championing the principles of equality, meritocracy, and secular law throughout Europe. The Napoleonic Code, which I established, continues to shape legal systems in numerous countries today. I dismantled the old feudal order and ignited a sense of nationalism in many nations. My legacy is complex, but it is undeniable that I left an indelible mark on history. At the same time, I betrayed many ideals of the French Revolution. I became a dictator, caused the deaths of millions through endless wars, and let my ambition turn me into the very kind of ruler I once fought against. The truth is complicated. I was a man of my time, brilliant, ambitious, and deeply flawed. But there is no doubt that I changed the course of European and world history forever. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think I was more of a hero or more of a villain? Tell me your honest opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into my life story, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating history videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.